here
Yeah.
and watch the like mute
You know,
it
people come in and stuff.
and watch
Yeah.
the
feed.
Here, because then I can. Hey, I'm actually live, so I'm
hey.
probably live now.
Hola.
Hi guys.
It's on there.
Hi, no one's here. All right, cool. It's all right. I'm just setting up. No need to worry. Gonna set up my live feed so that I can see
Hello,
the
senor.
chat. Oh, there it is, live now.
What's up,
Sweet.
Jordan?
Okay. So I said, oh, Jordan, my man, what's going on? Without fail, every single live stream, every single video, there he is. All right. We're doing good. We're doing good. We've got a couple of M4s with some issues and some things. Gonna break it apart and see what's up with it.
Doing the fixing stuff as he does.
Hey, Major Laceration, welcome back. Welcome back to the show. Guess what we're doing? Guess what we're doing today? I'm making a skateboard video. No, I'm not. I've actually asked people why. I've been asked by people why I don't make skateboarding videos anymore, and the answer is because the skateboard community didn't get behind me like you guys do. Like the Gel Blaster community are a great bunch of guys. They support you and they get behind you. And man, I was an OG in the skateboard community and no one got behind me. Nothing. I didn't get anything. I got 75,000 views or something on my skateboard video. And you know how much I got for that? Nothing. Nothing. I don't even think I got like 100 subscribers. The second I started doing Gel Blaster videos, bam, subscribers. Go figure. And that is, weird, crazy, pink live stream weirdness. That happens sometimes. I don't know why. This is apparently a Mark 18 Mod 1, according to the projection port. Yeah.
Yeah, that's my handiwork.
That's what it says. Oh, you put that on yourself?
Yeah.
All right. That explains a few things.
Could explain why the gearbox is so effed as well.
Hey man, the M16/M4 base receiver is used in many weapons. So like, you know, it could be a Mark 18, it could be a Mark 25, it could be a Mark 12, it could be an M16, it could be an M4, it could be anything you want. I'm actually about to make a Remington out of the M4 receiver, which is not really a done thing, but you know, whatever. If it works, it works. It's all fun. It's all toys. There's some internet nerd, like firearms nerd, who's going to be like telling me, no, you can't make a Remington off an M4 receiver because the doesn't have a forward assist button and the magwell's the wrong shape or something, but I don't care. I don't care.
Dan, we've got a question.
What's the question?
Darvesh wants to know, he's just bought a UMP 45 case with nylon gearbox and a 1.2mm spring and metal gears. He wants to know any suggestions for mods.
Good purchase. Mods. It sounds like you've already got that
he's
covered.
done it, yeah.
UMP 45, nylon gearbox, 1.2mm spring, metal gears. Any suggestions for mod? Hop up, bro. Hop up.
Oh yeah.
That's what you need. Hey, I'll show you mine.
Bar of soap. What is wrong with you, Jordan?
There is definitely something wrong with him. See, this is my ump. It's not super awesome looking, the hop up. It's just sort of whacked on the end there. I kept the barrel a little bit oversized and whacked that on. But boy, does it make a difference in the distance depart. I don't know if you can see that on camera. It doesn't look too ugly. It's just
I reckon it looks sick.
Sticks out a little bit more than it should, but definitely does the job. And last skirmish I was at, there was a dude with almost identical up, but no battery upgrade. Oh, have you got an 11-volt battery? If you haven't got an 11-volt battery, do that. Get an 11-volt battery. Where does the VSC go? Ha ha ha! There's a skateboard reference. I like what you did there. I like what you did there. You could put a VFC in this thing, or a VESC as the cool kids call them. Weird, crazy pink live stream stuff. Yeah, so you could put a VESC in here because, I mean, it's motors and gears. It's the science is the same as the skateboards, you know, like it's motors and gears. It's all the same. Except these ones you get to shoot people with. Just saying. Just saying. Okay, so these got hex bolts.
Yeah, do you need the...
I will need a hex. And annoyingly, the handle screws are a Phillips number 2. Oh, you got that?
Yeah.
I was just gonna go with like one of these things. And one of these.
Alright, mate.
So So annoyingly, this is a Phillips number 2 screw and handle here, which is this screwdriver, but
choose it, yeah.
it's too. The hole is too small to actually fit a Phillips 2 in there, so you end up like chafing at it with a Phillips 1, and you end up like stripping the heads off of them.
Yeah, I would never do that.
That's what always happens.
They're
because
all pretty much stripped, yeah.
Well, it's not entirely your
You
fault.
did hear a tinny hit the table, was Jado.
Did you hear Tinny hit the
He's
table?
got good ears on him.
Good ears. Not endorsing that company that makes that particular brew.
Not
Just
at all.
but hey, if you are out there, Bent Spoke, and you want to throw me a couple of bucks. Why not? Alright, so this M4 has a bit of a tappet plate problem, I think, maybe?
I think.
We're assuming. We'll
I
know.
don't really know, I'm just going off.
We'll
what
know
Green
once we
says.
open it up.
Guido said so.
Who put these back together? Why is there a 1/16 where the 2 should be? Oh man.
Oh dear.
Someone's put the wrong bits in the wrong spot. Where's my 2? That's a 3. That's a 2.5. Riveting viewing while I try to find the right size of hex. Why would you do that? 64, that's right.
That's exactly what's happening with this one. Major laceration.
Well, the height of jaw is just dropping off and forth. Could be the tappet plate return spring, perhaps. Oh, there it is. I'm only guessing at this point in time because I'd have to actually open it up and have a look for real. But generally, if the balls aren't firing out as hard as they should, it's usually a problem with the nozzle sealing on the tee. And I've seen it before plenty of times. Where broken balls will actually work their way. They get busted up in here because of reasons, and then they work their way back down in here, and you end up with Chad building up in here, and the tappet can't come all the way. The tappet plate can't come all the way forward, and so it doesn't seal quite properly. And then sometimes you get a couple of balls popping up in there, and because it doesn't seal, it's just sort of like blowing them gently out the tube rather than actually sealing up and giving them the full beans. So that's quite possible what's going on, but I don't know without actually looking at it. You've been to Vass' house, dude. Say hi to Vass for me. I bought a couple of things off Vass, but I haven't been to his house. I haven't had the privilege. Next time you see Vass, tell him like Guido says hi. Tell him,
Send some love.
yeah, send some love from, yeah, tell him to send me some love. All right. Dude, you only had like 3 screws in here. What's going on?
I don't know, man. After the third time putting it together, I was like, okay, I'm just gonna leave it until I see the Guido and we'll have a
And
discussion.
then that's a different size.
He'll say, why is it that you've done this? And I'll say, I don't know. And here we are.
You've got, oh, that's nice.
Yeah, that's a metal one, yeah.
Yeah, that's an aluminium.
Yeah.
Oh, I was wondering why that was a massive hex.
I know, it sticks out each way, I don't know why.
But it's nice. And the release, I haven't even seen it yet because it hasn't
You'll
popped
have
out
to
the
look
other
when it's
side.
together, yeah.
Oh, there's your weight, a little
Yeah.
bit of rebar.
My rebar for the handle.
Interestingly enough, did you see what happened there when I undid it? It actually undid it from the.
Oh, really?
Might be doing this off camera, so it actually undid it from the. From
The pole side.
yeah, which is interesting, but you know what else.
Yeah, that
It
was a new
works,
edition.
works.
That's what I got when I put in the gearbox, so.
It's cool. I've actually never had an aluminium mag release because
I
I've.
haven't minded it. The catch is real good, but as far as it sticks out like a fair bit more than the stock one.
Shouldn't that have opened that? Oh yeah, there we go.
Yeah, nylon case.
It is nylon?
Yeah. It is?
It is.
I wasn't sure at first.
Yeah, no, it is nylon. It's definitely nylon. They didn't rip you off there. This is also nylon.
Yeah, the gearbox.
I will have to.
There's one at the
Does
top. I think
this
it was
one
just
out?
the one at the top that I put in.
Yeah. That one holds it into the shell, and then the rest hold the gearbox together. Alright, so I will pop this out.
Mhm.
Now this is cool, because whoever's made this gearbox has decided to use 2 black wires for the...
Yeah,
For
which
the-
confused the hell out of me, man. I don't know if that's the correct setup either, to be honest.
Oh,
with you.
really?
Yeah, because I banged it in myself.
I just
so-
assumed that it was correct, and I marked one, assuming that what was in there was correct, so now what I've marked is probably completely
I
wrong.
hope no. I mean, it shot. It didn't not shoot. So I mean, I assume it's right. And it fed. It did feed, just not that well.
I know. So Vass has moved to Queensland. Man, we all got to move to Queensland. That's
Yeah, it's the legalist.
the
place for it,
yeah. I
man.
know, right? I know.
We'll get all the bikies. Like that's fine. But as far as
I'm,
travel license
I'm waiting for SWAT to come in during one of my live feeds. That's what I'm waiting for. SWAT came to my house.
that was a joke, guys. Please don't swat him.
Yeah, don't swat me. So she looks alright. You haven't opened this up at all?
No.
It's completely stock.
No, I haven't touched it.
You know what I
But
find
I
is
did get another
really
spring with it as well, which confused me.
oh,
They sent another spring.
you got 2 springs.
Yeah, I'll show you.
Well, do you want us to whack it on the spring dyno?
You may as well. We've got 2.
Whack it on the spring dyno.
There's the other one.
For you all who haven't seen my spring dyno, this is it. It's a very calibrated hole in a board.
It's pretty technical.
It is pretty technical. Alright. And if you can't see what I'm doing off camera because it's under the bench, it's 2 liters of water in a milk bottle hanging off the bottom of that spring, which gives it.
This dude has got nos. He does. Trust me. He has nos.
There is.
There's that other spring. I don't know if you want to test it too.
Yeah, you guys don't even want to know the amount of times I've hooked an empty bottle up to a aluminium tube and let it rip. Let's see. Measurement stick.
I'm honestly
Here,
not
measurement
convinced.
stick.
I think
All
this
right.
one might be stronger, to be honest.
All right, so we take the measurement stick.
Let's see. What are we at?
Coming to Queensland, dude's got nice. What do you use that for? Because race car.
Yeah.
Right.
Legit.
Okay. So that's reading a 10 on the low Guido's scale. That's
Yeah.
10 centimeters for those who use that sort of scale. All right, and that's a spring. I got it. I got it. And then we pop that one out. We pop the pin in here. Do the same thing. Do the same measurement, and that is an 11. So that's a 10 and that's an 11 on the low Guido scale. I don't use the fucking millimeters of thickness of the wire scale. Like, I can do it. Like, it's super easy. So that's a 1.2. And this one. Probably like a 1.3 or something, but 1.3.
1.2.
That's a 1.2 and that's 1.3. But the reason I don't bother about the measurement of the actual thickness of the wire is because I've had like 1.3 springs that are like 4 or 5 different 1.3 springs that are all different. One's stiffer than the other, and yeah, so there's so many differences.
Yeah.
So I do the low Guido scale where I hang 2 kilos off the bottom of them, measure the deflection and measure the length of the spring, because that actually tells me something that I can compare it to other springs. So I can compare that. So like I got another spring over here. And if you've watched my spring video, then you would have heard all this before, so I'm repeating myself. So that's a 1.3 there, right? So that's a 1.3 and that's a 1.3. We just measured this one at 11. Should I bother measuring this one? Is that going to make for like good viewing?
I guess.
Who cares? Right. So I'm going to do it anyway. So they're both 1.3s. One's clearly a chrome color and one's like a more darker color. I don't know if that. Obviously, one's a different type of finished metal. All right. So, doing. All right. So this one measures it. Stop moving. 12 and a half. 12.4 or 5. 12.5. 12.5. That measures 12.5. That one measured 11. So this one, despite being a 1.3 mil spring, and that's a 1.3 mil spring as well, that one is a stiffer 1.3 spring than this one is. So this one's going to get you more FPS than this one is, but they're both 1.3 mil springs.
Yeah.
So when you go to insert online shop here and buy a 1.3 mil spring, like, who knows what you're going to get? You don't know, because they don't actually tell you how many FPS it's going to. It doesn't give you like a grading of how many kilograms per square centimeter this spring is. It just tells you its thickness, which tells you next to nothing really. So that's what I do. Simple, does the job.
You should put a pattern on that though, seriously.
Yeah, yeah, guys, I did not invent how to measure the spring. There was a dude who was much smarter than me who did, and his name slips my mind at the moment.
Yep.
I believe it started with H.
We'll go with Harry.
Allow me to quickly Google that.
Physics.
Hooke's law? Is it Hooke's law?
Hooke's law.
Hooke's
That
law?
was close. Harry, Hook, same
Force needed to expand. Yeah, Hooke. I knew it started with H. Hooke. So I'm pretty sure it's someone. Robert Hooke. Yeah. So he's the guy who came up with it, not me. So Robert Hooke deserves all the credit on that one.
Oh no. Alright. That's up for debate.
Kmart screwdriver. What's the Kmart screwdriver? This one? This Kmart screwdriver? Or is this Kmart screwdriver? Or this one? Which one? Tell me which one's a Kmart screwdriver. Because I guarantee you none of them came from Kmart. This
The
one
big fat one.
came from Bunnings. Oh man, shouting out to Bunnings. They didn't even give this to me
God
for
damn
free. God damn it. And this one came from Super Cheap Auto.
You got one or you got two? I'm confused.
Got one or got two?
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know.
I got one, two.
Are you talking about the electric one?
Oh, I'm not talking about the actual one. Because that's red, isn't it? I'm colorblind, but.
Yeah, that's red. But that come from
Careful, no more shadows.
yeah, oh, man, I'm shouting out all the big corporations that aren't going to give us little guys anything. Yeah, it came from another shop. None of them came from Kmart. But what brand is yours? Because mine is Craft Right.
I need to mod my gel glass for that need it to be reliable. I think that's a fine line, isn't it?
Do you want me to draw you the triangle? I'll draw you the triangle. Give me a piece of paper. Give me something. Give me anything. Yeah, I got this. Yeah, I got this. Alright. I'm going to draw you the triangle.
What's the triangle?
There's your triangle. Alright? You with me? So this is our cost.
Yeah.
And what was the other one? Reliability.
Yeah.
Reliability.
Reliability.
So who was asking? Who's asking?
Devesh.
Devesh, where is it? Where is it? Alright, so there's your triangle. You with me?
I'm with you still.
Alright, so you want one that's going to be reliable and powerful. Somewhere in this, it's going to cost a lot. If you want something that's going to be low cost, it's going to be neither reliable nor powerful. If you want something that's reliable but low cost, this should be low cost, I should say.
Low cost, yeah.
If you're going to want something that's reliable and low cost, it's not going to be powerful. But if you want something that's going to be reliable and powerful, it's going to not be low cost.
It's going to be expensive as F.
Does that make sense? So there's the triangle of life. That's applied to everything. That's applied to everything. Cars, same thing. Yeah, that's just life.
The Guido's door. Yeah.
Oh
I'm telling you, you gotta start putting patterns in these things, mate. Oh, that's before you know.
yeah. Ask me about electric skateboards and patterns. Ask me about how there's another YouTube channel called eSkate Support who ripped me off $5,000. Ask me about that one.
Oh shit. Throwing shade. Whoa.
Throwing shame. If you don't believe me, I've got his fucking prototypes right here on my shelf.
Oh god. No explaining. Back to gel blasters, guys.
No. There's not really much to explain. Dude had no money, wanted to design some electric skateboard motors, wanted to run production, I helped out with the funding in exchange for 50 of those motors.
Right.
I believe now practically any electric skateboard that uses a hub drive uses that system or uses that that motor design that he designed, because Chinese factories don't rip you off on the copyright, particularly if you don't pay them. So yeah. Anyway, I burnt that $5,000 and didn't see a single motor. How about that? Does that answer your question? Yeah. Back to the Gel Blasters. At least the Gel Blaster community supports me, hey. Even if it's not monetary support, it's still like a warm, fuzzy feeling support. People wonder why I always say buy me a coffee. We're thirsty down here, man. We're thirsty. I'm waiting to make these videos. I gotta pay the bills. Alright. So, for what it's worth, I believe this is a Beast Pro gearbox. Am I correct in saying this is a Beast Pro gearbox?
That's correct, yeah. So I ordered this about a week ago.
This
It came
will
this week.
not be the first time a Beast Pro nylon gearbox has been on my bench.
That's true.
Just saying.
That's true. And it's actually what sort of made maybe not order the one in the first place. And then I was like, you know, they can't all be bad. I'm sure they're not.
Hey, no, I'm
sure
not
they're
saying.
not.
Hey, on the flip side, Beast Pro. Look, I just bought both of these from Beast Pros. Hop ups.
Nice,
The
yeah.
Beast Pro hop ups.
They're pretty mad.
I shit you not, are the best hop ups I've ever used. And Beast Pro aren't paying me to say that. But if you want to, hey Beast Pro, if you're listening, I don't know if you can see that, but it does say Beast Pro on it. Focus.
Focus.
Yeah, trust me, it is. It's a Beast Pro hop up. They're awesome. Not paid for that. Just saying it because it's true.
Wow. Welcome everyone from Malaysia.
What's up, Malaysia? Do you know Duan? Because like he's one of the dudes who watches all my videos just so he can critique it, so he can tell me what I'm doing wrong. Bet me $100 that my mag's still gonna rust even after I. Guess what? I don't live in the tropics. I live in the middle of a big ass desert. Shit does rust.
No, it doesn't. Not here, not ever.
Maybe in Queensland though, where these things are actually more supported.
They're more supportive. They are legal here, just not, you know. Here, my chin, chin, chin. I should change that too, that fucking trigger. Anyway.
The trigger.
Yeah, it's alright. I'm not too bothered.
Do you want another one in there?
Have you got a spare one?
Oh, I got like 3 or 4 metal ones here. I
I've got
think.
some dollars on me. Let's do it.
Yeah, alright. I might as well while we've got it open. Why is this not coming out?
Metal trigger upgrade, guys. That's how good it is.
Yeah, metal trigger upgrade.
Here's
We'll
what
do
you
that
need,
too.
And he's got it here.
This is
What's your first?
intriguing.
Intriguing? That's concerning.
This.
This is glued together.
Why is the back of that? It is super glued.
Fuck.
It's super glued.
That's concerning.
Why would they do that? Given the amount of times that you have to open and close a Gen 8 gearbox because they're so freaking reliable. Having said that, I love Gen 8 gearboxes. There's nothing wrong with them. They're just like anything else. Once you soup them up, you need, like a car, you know, you need maintenance. You don't just make
Seal
it
up and hope for the
Yeah, you just seal it up and never change the oil and just go, hey,
Should
she'll
be
be
right.
alright. Why would you super glue the gearbox together though?
He's in the ACT, Chris. Canberra.
Why would you do that?
I don't know why they did that.
It's definitely super glued. I can see the glue residue
That's
on
what I
it.
was thinking as soon as I saw it. It's fucking crazy.
Why? Why Beast Pro? Why?
Heat guns
Actually-
work, yeah, but probably not with them doing it.
Actually, it's probably not even Beast Pro who did it. To be honest, it's probably the factory in China.
Yeah, they bought from.
Yeah. Hopefully, it's enough just to break. There we go.
Well done. Thank you, sir.
Just needed to split it apart a bit and then.
You leave in there.
pop it.
But
Oh yeah,
she's lubed up.
they're full of schmoo. These things. I've got my hand rags down here because I got to keep wiping the schmoo off my hands every time. Every time. All right. So I don't know if this. I might have to go back and watch the replay. I don't know if this happened when I took it apart or not. But for what it's worth, the Tappet return spring is supposed to live up here.
Yeah, no, I don't think that happened.
So if that's where it was legitimately sitting, that would be a problem.
Would explain it.
However, it's quite possible because these gearboxes are sprung; they all sort of fly apart when you open them up. It's quite possible that that it happened when it popped apart. Either way, we'll fix that. While we're here, we're gonna.
I'm realizing now they're all standard.
Oh yeah. Have you noticed that when they do a nylon box, it's generally all
Pretty
like
sure they say
stock
it was
internals.
nylon on the website.
Stock internals with the nylon case.
I'm gonna check that out.
And look at that.
Yeah, I know.
Standard plunger. Woo!
Is there
Alright.
a ring in it? There is.
There is an O-ring. Is there?
Yeah.
Good question. We'll fix that. Don't worry. We'll chuck a green one in there while we're here. I should start charging people for doing this.
I'm pretty sure I pay you when I'm here, so if you're not charging anyone else, I'm offended.
Alright.
I'm gonna look that up though, because I'm pretty sure they're supposed to come with nylon interiors. Correct me if I'm wrong.
So these gears that are in here are not standard gears. They're not standard gears because this is a standard gear set here.
Yeah.
So the standard gear set is a very bright white.
Yeah.
So that does look like an upgraded gear set of sorts. It's just not a metal one.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know, John. I don't know. It
does state that on the website, John, but I'm not too sure.
I don't know
it
if he
says
does
they're
it.
wired up, which could just simply mean they wire to the mag feed, but
I don't know. I literally know nothing about Beast Pro. I'll be the first one to say I know nothing about Beast Pro. I know that they sell Gel Blaster stuff, but other than that, the only thing I've ever bought from them is those hop-ups. I've had a bunch of their gearboxes come across my desk because when people F shit up, they bring it to me and I fix it. But that's not necessarily anything on them. You know, they could be doing a great job and then other people are messing up. You know, people don't necessarily take the due care that they should. So here's what it says. There's nylon shell, nylon gears. Yeah, well, they're nylon.
Mhm.
Nylon T-piece. T-piece is nylon, yeah.
assembled and wired by Beast Pro.
Oh, fully assembled and wired by. Okay, there you go. 280 plus FPS is what he's stating.
What it said, yeah.
Oh yeah. Yeah, definitely.
460 motor.
If it didn't get 280 FPS, I'd be surprised, to be honest. Like,
yeah, well, I mean, that other stock one.
dude, I'll put a big spring in a stock gearbox and get
Yeah,
280.
that's what you give them on.
So yeah, if you paid like I don't know $150 or I'm not gonna ask.
It was 70. It was under 70.
Okay, 70. Oh well, yeah. If you're paying $70, you're not getting Metal Gears.
Yeah.
That's for sure.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, and they look like nylon. That's a standard tappet plate though. Standard cylinder.
I think you're right though. I don't think the spring was connected because when you did take it apart, it definitely was not up there.
So nylon gears, nylon box.
Yeah.
Standard nozzle, standard tappet plate, standard whatever this nozzle part's called. This is nylon as well. The plunger is nylon.
Mm-hmm.
That's an upgrade because the standard ones are that shitty white plastic, and you see they chip away like that.
Yeah.
So it's all it's not all up above board. Oh, look at that! Look at that seal now.
That's how it should be.
All right. So that is a good seal. If anyone's wondering what that looks like. Yeah, look, it's got such a good seal. It's actually trying to blow the thingy out the end here. I have heard of people gluing these on here, but I don't see the point really because that's what the gearbox does. The gearbox holds it in there. Like, anyway. So it's got these little nubs in here which locate in there so that can't possibly get blown apart. I say that with laughter.
I think that's what you got to sacrifice. UC has just said that he's currently got his own set up for accuracy but low FPS. So yeah, 1.2 spring. That's what Greedo put in my original one, and it was accurate as all hell, but it was only at about, was it 260 I think FPS. But that was just a spring change.
Look,
and,
don't get caught up in the Dino Queen mentality of like it's all about the FPS. My Mark 12 is only pushing maybe about 280 FPS, but I'll be hitting people accurately on the other side of the just because of reasons, because of the way it's set up. Like, just because you got the most power doesn't mean you got the most accuracy or the most distance. It certainly doesn't hurt to have some power, you know, like, but it's not the be all and end all of things. Like, it's, yeah, some people focus way too much on the FPS, and I guess people like me are somewhat to blame because we get all up on YouTube and post FPS videos and stuff. It's because, like, when you're making a video, it's so difficult to show everyone what's really going on. Yeah, like you try to make a video on like, oh, look at how much power upgrade I've got, and look at how accurate this is, and it just doesn't, unless you can show like a tangible evidence.
Yeah, go down the backyard and shoot the targets. Not quite
the amount of videos, the amount of videos on YouTube of people going, yeah, check out my upgraded blaster in the backyard, and I'm like, dude, that shows me naught.
Yeah,
I
no
can't tell
accuracy,
anything.
FPS,
That's why I started making videos, because there were so many of those videos that told me nothing. Like, I look at them and go, this means nothing to me.
No, listen, most people want to see how far they can get as well.
Yeah.
You start talking about FPS, people are like, oh, shoot.
Yeah, I wanna...
let's see how far I can.
Oh, yeah.
Race, you know?
For real. Like, I want to make it all powerful as well, but like, it's not the be all and end all. Where are we at? Accuracy is more important.
Yeah.
230 FPS accurate. Yep. Makes sense.
Yeah.
These springs, these trigger springs are always a real pain in the butt.
Here's one for you, then. At what point do upgrades affect accuracy? Spring size, barrel length, or battery voltage? I think it's kind of all of them. But you know.
All right, here's how to accurate. You need a straight, smooth barrel. You need a good hop up, and you need milkies. That's pretty much it. Like, I mean,
yeah.
Having a decent gearbox obviously helps. Yeah, alloy barrel for sure. Yeah, alloy barrel. DK hop up. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep, I agree with that. DK hop up, alloy barrel, and milkies. Milkies. Hey man, dude, don't forget the ammo. The ammo is about, like, it's got to be about 80% of your accuracy is coming in the ammo. If your balls are all like chatty and broken, they're not going to fly straight. Like, I actually, believe it or not, and people are probably going to laugh at me, I got a beach towel, lay it out on the floor, poured all my ammo out onto the beach towel, and then sat there. Like, I had like 10,000 rounds. I just sat there and I picked out all the roundest ones, and any that had a crack in it or broken, picked them off, and like I actually went through and just like sorting out, like, nah, that one's shit. No, that one's good. That one's shit. Like 10,000 rounds. I did that this afternoon. Believe that. Believe that. Some people just aren't going to care as much as I do. I'm a little bit OCD, which is why I'm good at this shit. But
Don't try this at home, kids. If you're like me, you'll wear out quite quickly after about 10-15 minutes and just want to snap it in half. And I wouldn't recommend it. So if you're on Canberra, give them a belt. Don't snap your gel blaster in half.
I've had people like want to send me blasters from elsewhere.
Oh yeah, of course they can do that. Sure. Blue or green ones? Yeah, the blue. I find the blue ones break mine most, but they're the sort of stock standard ones you get.
Blue is pretty good. Green is Milky's the best. Look, Milky's the best. Green, blue, orange, they're all pretty similar, but Milky, the rest is, it's all about the Milkies.
You haven't actually messed around with the orange ones, so I'm just gonna have a look.
Yeah, I always use the orange ones, but I found the blue ones are actually a little bit harder than the orange one.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
It's pretty hard.
Do you buy your Milkies in bulk? Yusuf? I'm just going to call you Yusuf.
Oh, what?
Do you buy your Milkies in bulk? Because I always buy the little gold sachets. I never buy them in bulk.
Stiggles just did it. Gold packet of Milky is great.
Yeah. I always get the... Look, I'll show you the ones. These bad boys, I always get these. I don't buy bulk ones. I always get these ones. Yeah, and you still find them not as good? Oh, I can't say I've had any issues with them. But yeah, oh.
Each to their own, I guess. Depends on your setup, eh?
Yeah, well, there's that too. Setup makes a big difference. Hey, what's up, Ali? Doing great. Thanks for your support, man. Like, seriously, you guys are why I do this. 'Cause I'm not doing it for my own personal benefit. That is for sure.
Well, I appreciate you, man.
For the life of me, I've forgotten which way this bloody trigger spring goes.
So it came with two 1.2 and a 1.3 set.
Oh, hang on, no, I got it.
Which was strange because it was supposed to come with the 1.3.
No, I'm talking about the trigger. This one.
Right.
This right? Pretty sure I had it the right way, and then I took it out again because I thought it was wrong.
Yeah, that's weird, John. Yeah, shells came out on his green ones, I think you said. Oh, the gold ones. I think my next blaster probably will be the UMP, man. You've convinced me.
Like, at the end of the day, it's just a Gen 8 box, right? So it's not.
It's not the gun itself, yeah.
It's just the looks of the UMP, and I mean, the quality of that shell is
It's nylon, right?
yeah, it's nylon. It's awesome. So they're sending me Mark 18 Gen 8 with all separate parts. I've never experienced assembling a whole gun, gearbox and stuff. Can beginners do it?
Can I take this one?
Yes, it is possible, but it's one of those things. I think I've said this a few times today.
Yeah.
It's
What was
like
the
I can buy a bunch of gears and engine parts and stuff and whack them in my car, and it'll probably work. However, I probably wouldn't do that. I'd probably take it to someone who knows what they're doing. That's pretty much what it comes down to. I mean, you can do it. Like, anyone can whack a bunch of gears in this gearbox. It's not difficult. Like, they can only go one way. You can't mess it up too bad.
It probably just depends on how confident you are. I know.
Yeah.
How many times? Maybe 3 or 4 times. I've watched him take apart and re-put these things together a few times, and even still, I'm not confident. So it's probably best to even just train yourself watching his videos or something, I guess.
My fingers are so greasy. Just gotta get the rag out.
Yeah, have you seen that new MP7 yet?
The new MP7, I haven't seen it. I've only seen videos. I had an old MP7, and I loved the old MP7. It was nothing like spectacular. The blowback, man, that blowback. Yeah, I heard about it. I don't want to rain on anyone's parade, but I wasn't impressed. Like the STD6 came with that function like 2 years ago or something. I don't know. Like it's just I can tell you how it works. So on the gearboxes, this is not a Gen 8 gearbox, but on the gearbox here, right? Every time the ball is loaded here, so the gears wind this plunger back so that the ball can pop up through this hole. So this plunger moves back there, right? So you see that moving? So every time the thing fires, that moves back and forth. And guess what is here? So like if I got a piece of something, let's get a bit of random stuff. Alright, so I got a bit of random stuff here from my table. It's like blue tack or something, but it's actually self-amalgamating tape if you want to get technical. Stick that on the gearbox, right? So every time this fires, let me get something that's a bit skinnier to push that back. Alright, every time this fires, oh, it fell off. You get the idea though, right? Like, you just have to attach something to that. Whoops, it wasn't attached properly. You attach something to that part of the gearbox. So you can see what I'm doing here. There we go. Oh, it's not going to stay on there. But you get what I'm saying. You attach something to that part of the box there, and then every time the gun fires, this goes back and forth. So your ejection port or your charging handle or whatever is just going to cycle back and forth with the fire rate. It's not super impressive. Like it's not. I don't know. It's not something that I'm going to go out of my way to. Like I'm not going to buy a blaster just because it's got this blowback. It's not really blowback. It's just moving the thing back and forth when you fire it. I don't know. It looks cool, but I got other things that I'm looking for in a blaster before that. And like I said, some of the earlier models like the STD6 actually came with it standard. And I know that you can buy the ejection port, a little piece of metal which just basically sits over there. And all you have to do is hook it up to the tappet plate. If you just put a little slot in the side of your, I know with the older gearboxes it's easy because there's already a slot there. But like if you really wanted it, you could put a slot in your Gen 8 and yeah. So the Gen 8s don't have it, but like it'd be on the tappet, so you could have a little slot here or something and just attach something to the tappet. You probably have to upgrade the spring. I don't know. It's not worth it in my opinion.
That was a stocky one you put in for me. Oh, you could this.
Yeah, I'm still getting my head around. Some days it just falls into place, and other days it just doesn't. Alright. Hold that shit there.
I love this channel, man. Like even right now, there's people sharing information, not just taking from what you're providing, but Steagall's good on you, man.
Yeah, that's what we're about.
Keep sharing that
information to the people.
I think I spoke to Graham last time on this channel, actually, when I was at home watching you fix something else.
Yeah. I was gonna say now you're on the other side of the camera.
Yeah, I'm on the other side of the table.
Usually,
how you going, Graham? How you going, guys?
usually on the chat yourself. I'm gonna need some more light here. That's what I need. So I can't see what I'm doing.
If you're wondering, it's Saint Goten that's here with him. It's normally in chat. I live probably half an hour out from Leguido, so he offered to fix up my gearbox. Actually, I kind of begged him, to be honest, in the last 48 hours. But here we are.
I'll tell you what, greasy fingers and trigger springs
Not a good
are
mix.
not my favourite combination right now. I'm just gonna get that buddy. And low light levels. Alright. I almost had it. Alright, this is the most interesting part of the video for sure. Watching me struggle to get this trigger spring in.
Just trying to get some questions while you're doing it. There we go. Any tips for a bent tappet plate or broken anti-reverse spring?
How do you... Oh, broken anti-reverse spring. I had one of them in a blast
No,
on
that was not
like
the,
the last live stream. The broken anti-reverse spring is pretty easy. Just get a new one. How do you bend a tappet?
Yeah,
Plate.
it's confusing.
Unless it's metal, in which case
Probably have to replace it, I guess.
you will... yeah, I don't even know how you would achieve that.
Yeah, it's metal. Yeah, I don't know. You probably bend it back into place or
You
replace
could
it. I guess.
try and straighten it or just get another one. What? Why does it bend? That's the question. Like why like it's not in a position where it's under a lot of stress.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
like something's got to be terribly wrong for it to bend in the first place. Such a pain in the ass. I've had springs.
12-volt battery experiment. I'll probably do it.
I've had trigger springs that just go in some days, and then I've had trigger springs which just refuse to go in. And there it is. It's oh no, talk too soon. Talk too soon. It's one of those bits that's like. There we go. All right, it's in.
Done it.
No, it slipped off.
Slipped off again.
It's one of
Is it
those
the
things.
spring?
It's sorry.
Is it the spring or?
No, spring's good. Spring's good. It just keeps slipping off. It's one of those weird things. Sometimes I'll just slide in, and other days
Just 1 degree.
they don't. Sorry if I'm blocking the camera with my head. It's
No, I
just
think
this
you're right.
spring has given me so much gripe that I have to get right down here low and look at it.
We need another beer, mate.
No, we're good. We're in. We're in. We're in, but she wants to jump out.
Do you want me to hold it?
She wants to jump out. I'm just trying to. Stay. hate trigger springs. Yeah, you and me both. Like some days, like I've done them and they'll just jump. You put them in, they just stay there and they're all good and everything's happy and everything's right with the world. And other days they're just like a real pain. This one's one of those painful ones. All right, I'm just gonna hold my finger on it. All right. Get this sector gear in. On turn.
Okay, so John's got some insight. Says you reckon it's a nylon shell. The spring digs in and forces it down with a screwdriver. Oh, okay.
And it just popped.
Yeah.
So it's a nylon shell, is it?
Yeah, it's what John.
That's the problem because I generally don't have this much trouble with putting a trigger spring in. This one's just killing me.
Thanks, for that, John.
All right. Sorry for blocking camera again.
I think you're still good.
I'm gonna do it that way. That work? No, it didn't go past.
BMA help. Pure ourselves. Come on, you lads.
Alright. That's the way I'm going to do it. So, on the turn spring in, we've got trigger spring. Just got to get this. Tap it, spring in there. Which is, of course, going to be
Punk.
not difficult at all. Polar opposite of the
Mate, if it was easy, I wouldn't be here.
Alright. We're good. We're good. I just got to hold this trigger in while I get the top of the box on, and we will be sweet. So tap it's in, it's smooth, there's plenty of screw on this.
That's just me smacking shit. Sorry.
Alright. Now, I just got to hold this trigger down while I pop the top part on. Otherwise it's going to fly out on me.
Can you spare pair of hands or you're up?
I think we're good.
Good.
Now, while that's going on, we've just got to make sure everything else is lined up properly as well. Get all the gears lined up. Everything's popped into place. Trigger spring operational. All right. Well, that was an enthusiastic half hour. Yeah, I'm just going to pop the T and barrel back in. if you're like me, you will always leave that to last because it's easy enough to just pop them in once the box is together. You got to hold trigger springs and tappet springs and stuff together. It's just easier just to leave these 3 screws out of the front of the box and then just pop it in. All right, where's that beer?
That's coming. I'm good at that. You empty?
What is the role of the tappet? The role of the tappet is to allow the next ball into the chamber.
Take a sip.
Thank you.
Yeah, good.
Trying to get those dregs. You can never get them, can
You never get him.
Yes. The tappet times the feeding of the gels. Couldn't have said it better myself, John. All right. Now that this is together. That little rear part of the gearbox does seem a bit weak there.
Yeah.
I wonder if that's why they super glued it.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. Probably.
It's a safe bet.
Especially if you're going to put some like crazy spring in it.
Yeah, wasn't there 1.2?
Well, there's a 1.2 in there, but we're going to put the 1.3 in because we're not here to fuck spiders.
That's it, brother.
In fact, this is for your good one, right?
Yeah.
Because I got some springs here.
Springs?
I got some springs here that I got some springs that measure like I think 11 or 12 on the Liquido scale.
So we're talking coming back for repairs in a few months.
This one here is
That's gonna be
mental.
solid,
I think that's
yeah.
mental. I didn't mark the marking up, but yeah, that one's a decent one.
We'll go with that.
That if we put that in, predictions
Yeah.
upwards of 300 FPS for sure.
Yeah. It's never a bad thing.
But before we go there, should we chuck it in?
Mm.
Fuck it, let's chuck it in.
Do it in.
That's what we're here for.
I'm honestly not too bothered if it busts it.
Chuck it in. Alright. And the cool thing is, we'll be able to chuck it on the chrono and whatever. Do it live
Yep.
so everyone can see. Everyone can watch it explode. Everyone can watch it explode live.
Sitting right here.
Alright, I've got so much gearbox schmoo on my hands. Not even funny. Alright. So that's ready to go. I guess I'll chuck the motor and switch back in. Alright. Switch.
Excuse me.
Okay. I think these are. Am I mistaken? Are these posi drive screws? Are they just really chewed out Phillips?
It's probably really chewed out.
I was putting together some IKEA furniture the other day.
I would rather this a million times over than anything
Actually,
like
not only was I putting it together, I was modifying it because the missus wanted it modified
Of
to
course.
be slightly different. So
Of
I had to,
course.
like, you know, because if I'm not modding gel
that.
blast,
You gotta
I'm
be modding
modding IKEA. And every single screw on that damn thing was posi drive.
Oh yeah.
And of course, they give you 2 Allen wrenches.
So how long did it take? Oh, you would have.
I had all the tools. I just got my drill out and started going nutso on it. But yeah, I did find that weird that they were using posi drive screws. I also find it weird that Beast Pro have run the wires around the back of this box. Or was that you?
No,
Was that you?
No,
Was that them or was it you?
No. Oh wait. Yes. No. Sorry, that was me. I am to blame for that.
Because I would have run them. I
Around the
like
front?
to run them around the front.
Yeah.
That's
no,
just-
that was me.
That's just me. I don't know. Like I like to run them like this over the front. That way, when you open the blaster, it's easy.
That was
easy
my
to-
fuck up.
All right, we'll go with that. I guess we'll test it before we
Yeah.
put it back together.
That was my mistake last night.
Sounds hectic. Sounds super hectic. Should I chuck some balls? Look, there's some balls here. That's not really a good feeding mechanism. They don't gravity feed real good.
No.
Whoa, that one went.
That one.
Okay. The one that did gravity feed just went straight through that box. All right, we're good. We're good here. So I think that's good to chuck in the.
You sure?
Yeah, let's chuck it in. Let's chuck it in and get it on the chrono before these people get bored and go to bed.
Yeah, don't do that, guys. We're almost there.
We're almost there.
And if you can hear any swearing or anything in the background, that's me trying to fit my standard Gen 8 with Metal gearbox.
How are you doing?
I'm trying to put it back together, and I'm not sure if I've done it right or not, but we'll get there. In the end.
Looks alright so far, except there's no gearbox in it.
No, put the gearbox.
Where's the barrel?
We don't have a barrel yet. Ah.
See?
This is why I come here.
Yeah, that old chestnut.
I know what I'm doing, except when I don't know what I'm doing.
So I was looking, I'm like, there's usually when you're putting together a gearbox, there's a T-piece and a barrel
On
involved.
that note, though, is that T-piece secured with that barrel? Because I was the one that put that barrel in.
I took it on face value. I
Yeah,
assumed.
Don't do that.
No, it's not really. It's just kind of stuck in there.
'Cause,
Like it's not falling out, but it's
Well, that was my main concern at first.
it's not falling out.
I thought that
It's
might
no, it's in there. It's in there.
Alright.
It rotates, but it's in there. We can fix that with some glue.
have been- Alright.
All right. So I like to run my wires.
So a barrel, that would make sense, wouldn't it? Oh, shit.
Over the top, yeah. I was actually looking the other day. AEG techs have like little rubber mats that they service their weapons on,
Yeah.
so that when you do drop the little screws, they don't go flying across the floor.
That would be amazing.
And I was thinking, that's an awesome thing. Where can I get one of those? We didn't want a charging handle, did we? So I just exited stage right. I was thinking that would be a cool thing to have, and I went shopping for one, trying to find one.
Yeah.
I couldn't find one.
What are the differences? This is
laughing.
going to be a stupid question. What is the difference between AEG and these?
What is the difference between an AEG and Gel Blaster?
Yeah.
Nothing.
Nothing. Right.
Other than one fires 6mm BBs and one fires little balls of gel.
Okay then.
Like, they're the same thing. All the physics behind them is the same.
So,
All the physics is the same. Epoxy for barrel and T-piece. Yeah, I will get around to it.
we do need to glue that.
We'll get to it. We're just going to whack this together just for the testing purposes tonight, but we will get back to the glue at some stage. Don't worry about that. quite right here. This. There it is. There it is. Just wasn't sitting down on the post. There we go.
Planning to get a Gen 8 into a pistol shell. Good luck. I'd like to see that though.
Hang on.
You've given him an idea.
I reckon if you didn't need a magazine, you could almost do it.
That thing already pumps like a beast though.
You could do it. You just need like a front magazine. You could do it. Yeah, it'd work. Go for it. Do it.
Do a YouTube video about.
You do a YouTube video. Self-healing cutting mat. That's not a bad idea.
Is there one for my heart?
Oh, you know what? I've got one in my locker.
Yeah.
It's like probably double the size of this bench. I've got a
Like a
anti-static bloody soldering mat or whatever it is. One of those. Yeah, I usually use hot glue on a lot of stuff. Hot glue doesn't work real good on aluminium. Just because aluminium's got such a good thermal efficiency, it sort of takes the heat out of the hot glue quicker than the hot glue can. Yeah, it works, but it's not the greatest. But I do like it because I like to disassemble my shit 100,000 times, and therefore having hot glue is not a bad thing because it's temporary. You can just rip it off and start again. But you know, hot glue, epoxy, potato.
Tomato. Same.
Same. So, now, did you have screws for this thing?
I did. Right here.
Alright.
The ones that run it. But...
So, first thing I notice is this wire wants to go around the other way.
Right. They did make them quite short, I noticed.
Yeah. So it kind of wants to go this way. Which I can do.
You can do it?
Yeah.
Mate, you can do anything. I've seen you work.
It's just not something I'm getting messages on my phone.
Probably like, can you stop live streaming? I'm trying to.
Thanks, mate. You're a legend. Woo! Ha! Thanks for the charging handle. Yeah.
Yeah. You fixed the charging handle too. You're a good lad.
I would reply to him more thoroughly, but I'm live
The
streaming.
thumbs up will do it for now.
Thumbs up will do. Should reply to him. Why aren't you watching my live stream?
Yeah, that's right.
Should be watching my live stream.
Send the
He's been part of his live. He's been part of mine. He has been part of my live stream in the past.
Yeah.
And I think the last live stream I did, they were in the background shooting each other with.
Sounds about right.
Alright. So that's gonna go.
Here we go. As Can said, modify a gel blaster to 5 EDs. Look, maybe if it was
Everyone always says that, and it's not beyond the realms of possibilities. But there's two reasons I won't do it. One, it's illegal. And two, I actually really, really like gel blasters. Like, if I fired airsoft around my house and garage like I do with gel blasters, I would have BBs everywhere.
I'm talking
Like,
at night time too. I was seeing
like
back there the night.
I swept up and vacuumed in around my sort of chrono range recently, and there was piles, like big piles of the residue of the gel,
Gels,
like the just smashed gel stuff.
Yeah.
There was enough to
You can sweep it up.
and this was when it was dehydrated as
Yeah.
well. So like, I can imagine if I put that wad of stuff that I swept up into a bucket.
Yeah.
Man, it'd be crazy. All right, what do we got?
He's right. I should have brought more beers.
Should have bought it. All right, let's put the screws in this thing. Let's put the screws in this thing and chuck it on a chrono. All right. Now, I gotta tell you, this particular shell, I've never seen before,
Right.
so I don't really know.
Because it's the stock. It's a stock shell.
Yeah, so I mean, obviously these long skinny ones are always the mag one.
I've found that they do take a bit of forcing, especially with the handle. There was a moment there last night where I was just going to throw the whole thing out, but if you squeeze it really hard, it clicks together. I think it's just because there's nylon.
I was just like, I noticed that the all the little screw hole things. Why is that not clicking in?
Oh, dude, I had to issue that last night as well. As soon as you tighten up this top part.
Oh, the top part.
Yeah, see that? It actually pushes it out and up. So, I'm not too sure on how to fix it. I honestly wouldn't stress it out. I had the same issue last night.
Actually, with the Mark 18 that I had the other day, you pull the charging handle and it would just stay back. It wouldn't
really?
even come forward again. And I don't know.
I think it's just how tight the shell is.
The shell's just a bit tight around that area. All these nylon shells like are good in theory, I think.
Yeah, in all honesty,
like-
I'm not too sure that I should have done it. Like maybe the nylon gearbox, I'm very sure, but I don't think I'd do another nylon shell.
I mean, I really like my standard ABS Jingming, even with like all the alloy grips and everything.
Yeah.
My issue is that there's about 6 different types of screws here,
That's right.
and I don't know which ones are actually the ones
Yeah. So the
that are supposed to go in this.
longer ones will go on the handle.
So there's,
Which are the non-pointed ones. So that's a handle one.
oh yeah.
Yeah.
I gathered
They
that
sent,
much.
they sent a whole bunch
But
of
like,
mix and
there's
match
like,
screws. But
there's
even
like
this one, look how stripped I made
long, medium, and short here. So at least with the Jingming ones, they're all the screws are pretty much the same size, except for this one, which goes in the front of the mag there. You've got
which
2
is
of them. I don't know
completely
why.
stripped. I got 2 of these because one goes in the other one, but it's actually completely stripped. If you can get a look at that, you might be able to see. I don't know. Can you see that? Oh wait, you're.
I don't know. Well, you'd have to look on that screen because
It's
I'm
completely stripped though.
we're back in. XM316. I've actually ordered an XM316 already. I got one coming in, so I'll have one of them shortly. But yeah, I've actually ordered a Gen 9 as well. Because being that it's an OEM, whoa, crazy pink live stream thing. Being that it's an OEM gearbox from Jingming, I think the OEM stuff is just slightly higher tolerances than this aftermarket stuff. And like, I don't know who actually makes these. So.
That'll be a flat one.
Okay, so the top rail is pretty thin.
That'll be a flat one.
Okay, so the top rail is pretty thin, so these ones will have to be in the top rail.
And most of these are on the handle, these little toppies. Except for a big one.
So I
But in
guess.
all honesty, it was basically me just deciding where I wanted to put them in the end because there was
Yeah,
no
well,
direction.
I think that's pretty much what I'm doing here.
Yeah.
Just going with. Like like I said, I'm a little bit OCD, so I like to make sure all the right screws are in the right positions.
Place, yeah.
So I'm just going with what makes sense. This is because this top rail is pretty short. I think that should be a short one.
No, I don't think he has worked with a 2-piece nylon inside receivers, have you?
No, I don't. I generally, most of the stuff I've dealt with has all been like stock receivers
stock gearboxes.
Not stock gearboxes.
Other than these ones, the
Stock
biggest pro
receivers.
specials.
Mostly. So this looks like it's a really long screw. So I'd say that would go through this front piece because that's a really long piece. I don't know why this port doesn't stay shut. I don't know if that's just some weird part of this receiver that it doesn't. I noticed with the Mark 18 that the actual ejection port was a bit how's your father as well, like wasn't the highest quality. Alright, so that looks like it's probably going to be a short one, I think. Alright, and back's probably going to be a medium one. These two nylon gearboxes have integrated mag contacts, one of them has to go there. Integrated, yeah. I like the Gen 9's got the integrated mag contacts on the gearbox as well. You notice actually on these, I'll just grab one out of the box here. These Beast Pro nylon boxes have got the integrated mag terminals as well. So some of them. Sorry?
Which we're not sure if you hooked up front. Because remember we marked them?
Oh yeah. Oh, I put it the way.
Well, it did shoot, so I mean that's a good sign.
Yeah, but it didn't shoot from the mag. I put it the way it was
yeah.
in the first place. So.
Yeah, I think that was correct.
Okay, we
It did
should
fit.
we should test that. You're right. That's a fair call. We should test that. Yeah, choke us a mag. That is a fair call. I just assumed because I just put it back in the way it came out. So
Fingers crossed.
you don't have a charging handle either. Like, well, you do, but like not a
Working
one that you can actually charge the mag with. All right.
No, I do not.
So, all right, guys. I'm just gonna have to venture off camera because I don't want to unload a whole bunch of gel balls into that box again. So, just bear with me.
I'll compensate for you. Holy shit! Yeah, okay, second set.
Yeah, it's feeding.
Holy crap!
Hang on, where's the cone? Where's the cone?
You gonna test it real quick? Here we go.
All right. All right. Not too bad.
What's that? Cherry 5. Oh, shit.
All right. What? Can you pull the trigger?
Yeah.
I'll hold this straight.
280.
Just do a bit of a burst.
Alright. 297. Yeah, so it's man.
It's about 300.
Yeah, about 300. I saw the first few.
It's in about 300.
Yeah. Not bad at all.
Just for the viewers at home, sitting around the 300 mark,
Yeah.
which is not bad. I've just covered myself in gel.
Gels.
Usually I would do this somewhere else where I'm not too worried about
Covering shit.
covering shit with gel
Bring more holes in
schmoo.
that box. That's okay.
No, I was shooting at the vice.
Oh, that's
I
alright.
was shooting at the vice, so she's not gonna break. Where's the vice? There it is. Yeah, she ain't gonna break. So there you go.
Lovely.
Pushing some 300s. Probably go more if you go to a big ass spring.
Bigger spring. I'm pretty happy with that there. Unless you're suggesting we go with the bigger spring.
I don't have anything bigger in stock, but I do have some on order. I got some 1.4s coming
Yeah, we'll
in.
definitely bring her
I
around.
got some
Bang
1.4s
it in.
coming in, and I'm just for science. I want to throw some like just ridiculous airsoft springs into something,
Yeah,
Just-
I'm more than happy
just
to be
for-
a guinea pig.
just for like
Shits and
just
gigs.
cause, just
Yeah.
cause.
You have to tell me if I hook this up right too when you're done there.
So fortunately, that was all good. And the mag was wired in the correct way. The way the wires were on the actual gearbox,
Yeah.
it was almost like you couldn't get it wrong because like the wire to the closest terminal was a bit short versus the other one, so yeah, there wasn't much of an issue there.
Not safe to say I think pounds.
Hey Tammy, what's up? Yes, this is live.
It is
It's live. Is this live? Sorry for the lag in me actually answering your question because I was actually chronoing a gel blaster and I wasn't actually reading the screen. This is my problem because I get my head down into the insert whatever I'm doing here.
He's fixing my gearbox, my nylon gearbox for me.
I think we'll call that fixed.
Yep, I think we could say that's fixed.
Oh, and there's the obligatory gel ball
Gel ball.
that falls out of the T-piece.
Well, do you want me to swap you with this one? And I'll finish putting that together.
You've littered me up. I can't put these balls in now. Yeah, we can do that.
I might get you to throw a bail on that one. So.
Just let me.
Oh, we also need to fix that. Plenty of things to do.
Oh yeah, it's always stuff to do.
The metal mags. I've got a metal mag here. They're not too bad. I think Guido's ordered some in, haven't you? Or at the nylon?
I'm just getting the plastic ones, just for economy, because I have to order a minimum of 50 to get custom mags made.
I'll just show this quickly. So this one here is a metal one. They're pretty sturdy, man. Like they're probably way twice the size of my custom Lee Guido mag here, which is the standard one. But yeah, the metal ones are pretty good. They're pretty tight though on the mag slot, which I mean is not really issue. If you're into the whole slide release, you're not going to have that on the metal mags. You got to pull them straight out.
So what I'm hearing is they're tight.
They're very tight. Tight.
Tight. Oh, you know what's wrong here? I'm like, what's wrong with this mag release? Something's not quite right with it. Live feed. Watch me do it wrong, internet. Helps when you put the spring in.
Yeah, they're pretty tight fits, John. Yeah.
The word on the street is the metal mags are a tight fit. That's
I
what I
tried
hear.
one of the, I think they're the Scar ones with the 5.56 running down the side. They look pretty sick, but apparently they're the same tight fit.
The Scars have a pretty tight fit from factory. The plastic, just the plastic mag is a tight fit.
Tight fit, is it? The Scar.
Yeah. Now, I don't really know what the story is with this.
Why is that, Tammy? Why do you need to build it?
I'm in WA. I might get one. Might have to build it. Oh yeah. I understand what you're saying, Tammy. So, I've done that. I've gone that way before, and it's definitely doable. You can do it. Even for someone who doesn't really know what they're doing, it's easy enough to buy all the parts and build it and stick it together. It's doable. Like I've seen people who are pretty novice whack these things together, and they usually get, 90%. Like they usually get pretty good. Like most of the sort of, yeah, like it's not rocket science. It's sort of like Lego, but if you're building a whole gearbox, it definitely pays to have some idea of what you're doing.
Yeah.
Like but
I
it's
couldn't do it.
it's not beyond your average person. You know what I mean? Like you can do it. Yeah, are they totally not legal in WA?
I'm not sure. I think it's changing month to month, to be honest.
You know what? I don't buy that. I don't buy that it can just change month to month. Like, for laws to change, there's got to be like some parliamentary bullshit happen,
The
right?
thing
Like
is, I don't think there is actually even a law there. It's more just that this is our idea and this is what
Policy,
we're gonna, yeah, policy, exactly, yeah, policy.
it all comes down, it comes down to policy because, nationally, and don't take this as legal advice. This is just
Yeah.
me talking. But nationally, a gel ball, wherever you are in Australia, these things are 100% legal, not considered ammunition.
Yeah.
There you go. Da, 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 da.
Yeah.
Right? Nationally. However, depending on what state you're in, these things can definitely be considered a replica weapon. A replica. Yeah. So yeah. The gel, if you had a gel blaster, for example, I'm pretty sure there's one that looks like Captain America's shield.
Yeah, there is, yeah. Yep.
I'm pretty sure that's legal in almost all states. That's got to be legal in all states because it doesn't look like a gun. It looks like a shield. So the fact that it fires gel balls is irrelevant because it's not about whether it fires gel balls. It's about what it looks like.
That's correct. Imitation firearms, yeah. Yeah. So if it looks like a replica, something you could pull out in the street and someone says, holy shit, this person's got a gun, then yeah, you're probably getting a bit of trouble. But
Yeah.
the sellers here, sorry.
And that all goes different state to state.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
So like depending on where you are living, it's different. And yeah, again, I'm not qualified to give legal advice, so I'm just a guy talking on YouTube.
The best bet would probably just to order one from one of the Australia stock sellers and see what happens. I mean, worst comes to worst, someone stops it in mail and it gets taken. And that's it. I mean, that would be the worst outcome. If you're ordering from overseas, they can slap some heavier fines on you and stuff. That's just my personal research, though. It's got nothing to do with Holy Guido or his. That's just my personal experience.
Go with that. I don't like digging into legal.
Yeah, I mean,
stuff.
at the end of the day, it is a toy, and I can understand where it comes off as a replica, but I mean, it just depends on how you modify it, really.
I mean, there's a bunch of people out there who are going to get these and do stupid shit with them.
Absolutely.
Like, I heard some people did like a drive-by shooting
there's been a few
and
of
shot
them.
some guy. And I watched the interview of the guy who was shot, and he didn't seem incredibly upset at all. He was just like, oh, some idiot shot at me.
Yeah.
You know, like it wasn't like he was hurt or anything. But having said that, those idiots are the people who are going to get these banned. You know what I mean?
Right. That's
If-
exactly right.
If these things get banned, I 100% blame that person
Yeah.
that did that stupid shit. You
Yeah.
know, be fucking reasonable. Be
Yeah.
responsible.
Yeah.
Don't do stupid shit with them.
That's it.
You ruin it for everyone. I don't know why this ejection port doesn't close, bro.
It's just that notch on the top, bro. To be honest, I'll look it out.
I'm not gonna stand by and allow that to happen.
Yes, that was my first thought, brother. Fly on the back a little bit, but I obviously have like fat fingers, clumsy hands. You know, I'm not the best person for it.
I just can't sleep at night when something that's supposed to work doesn't work. And so just something as small as this
You
ejection
really
port.
sleep over that shit too?
Yeah. I'll wake up
I did
at
last night, I swear to God, I slept over 2 hours.
I'll wake up at like
Why is that not working?
stupid o'clock and just be like, my brain's like, you know what? If you file down the little
It
thing
might
that
work.
just
You know what? I'm actually going to put away that metal top plate for another time then, because that is one thing that will blow your pot, I think.
Oh wait, you're not even gonna let me look at it. This thing still doesn't want to close. So it's
Right, Tammy, I think you can find this guy on most Friday nights live streaming, can you?
I can't put a date like on my live streams. I can't say, hey, I'll do a live stream on Friday, and because I don't know,
Something will pop up. Or...
some days I've got other things, but there's a button on the channel that says subscribe, and there's a little button that says notifications. So if you want to see one of my live streams,
That's
and
the way to do it.
we can. That's what these things are there for. Did you want to take this one and I'll take that one?
Then do it.
Yeah.
You might want to check those springs as well at for the mag feed.
Alright, where's your mag that you had?
Uh,
It annoys me that
there you go, sir.
that the M4 doesn't come with a mag feed, a mag priming switch, because it's like it's right there, it's ready for it, but it's just not. See here? It's like there's even a spot for it. When you pull this back,
What do you say?
it's like a spot where the switch should go, and it presses against it, and it's ready for it. Why not have it?
Metal trigger, that feels like sex.
All right, so I'm just gonna juice this up and make sure that it primes the mag.
Sorry guys, we just swapped. He's having a look
Oh
at
yeah,
something.
in case you were wondering, that other one that I was holding is fixed, and now this is a different one. All right, so I'm just checking that the balls feed up the mag. I'm just gonna fire a few dry rounds. All right, so balls not feeding. Can you see that? No balls.
Right.
All right.
Mag feed room. Oh, I wonder who did that. That wasn't me, guys. I did that.
Yeah. So looks like we
So this
might have
valve's
that.
alright, eh? 'Cause it doesn't know if it spins or anything.
It's the only problem is like if you've got your help up on there.
Yep.
And it spins.
Yeah,
You're gonna change it.
Yeah.
But we can
That's
open
right.
that
I'll
up
just
and
put some glue on it later.
put some glue on it
Yeah,
and whatever. That's not a
a
problem.
big deal at the
I
moment.
just wanted to whack it together, get it on the chrono and
Thank you,
stuff.
sir.
Okay. This mag had balls in it, right?
Negative. I took a one.
Well, you may have got it right then, and I may have just messed
Maybe
up
too
by
much
not
stuff,
having
yeah.
balls in the mag. Let's try it again. There we go. They're feeding.
Sweet.
See that? You did have it wrong, for what it's
Did I have
worth.
it wrong?
Yeah.
I was waiting for that. I was waiting for that.
All right. There's. Pop them back in. All right. Negative wire to the front. That is correct. It's always helpful when Jingming have like absolutely zero standard as to what color their wire is. Some are black, some are red.
Amazing.
So I guess you could follow it back to the trigger, which would make it negative because it's a negatively triggered device. If anyone didn't know that, that's some info for you. It is negatively triggered. So the positive is connected directly to the motor here, and then this is the negative. Why it's red, don't know. It's just the way they made it. And the negative is switched to here, which then goes. Yeah. So there you go. What's wrong with this one again?
That all I needed was that gearbox thrown into it, really, and to make sure that the mag feed was set correctly.
Okay, so right. So
and a barrel.
and you've got a couple of springs here.
Oh,
So
we already put a 1.2 on that one. That was, remember we were.
there's a 1.2 in there, but you want to put this because this is yours.
Yeah,
This is your
yeah,
spring.
yeah,
You own it. You might as well put it in.
Yeah. If you're happy to do that for me, absolutely.
Yeah. Well, we're here.
When in Rome.
We're already here. We've just got to undo a screw, and you know what?
What's that?
Not that it matters. I mean, we're going to take that blaster apart again anyway. I did not actually put the little top screw into the.
That's alright.
Into the. Oh, we got to put a barrel in this as well.
We do.
There's no barrel.
There's no
Something's missing.
So you've already done all the screws on this. So I was just putting them back together, right?
Yeah. Well, yeah. Pretty much.
Alright.
I mean, there is. Like I said, there's a screw in like.
Yeah, it's alright, man.
But
Well,
it-
when I take it apart next time to do the glue, it's not a big deal. Yeah. I'll put this back together for show purposes.
All right. Hang on. Can I have that?
Yeah.
Can I have that? Just for the folks at home. Just move that file out of the way. We don't want to mar the finish. There you go for the folks at home watching the live stream. That's the one we just put together.
She's getting there. Got a few attachments to throw on and she's done.
Follow back, yeah, follow back for sure. That's the only way because, like I said, this has got some. Oh, I like this.
You like that?
Oh, this feels good in the hands. Oh, people. Oh, I like it. This stock needs to come a little bit further back for me.
So,
for
yeah,
my
it's a
liking.
bit tight. You can do that. So you just gotta. It's actually up here. So this one here.
Oh, you
Yep.
push that. Oh, on all the others, it's pushed back. All right. Yep. There we go. Maybe
Like
I
that
would
one?
probably have.
That's, yeah, a
Or
bit
bit-
forward.
just a
That's
bit
what I
more
do actually
further
need
forward.
to do. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Good weight to it, but hey.
Yeah, I like it. That is nice.
I took some notes from your MK14. MK14?
12. My 12.
MK12. MK12.
Oh, get it right.
Sorry.
That is nice. I like it. I would be very happy with that as my own personal blaster. That always happens. I should expect nothing.
The handguard on this is just a little bit longer than the standard one. So what's the standard one? 17 centimeters or something?
I've got a tape measure somewhere. Do you want to measure it?
Can't find it. It's a little bit longer than the standard one, but on Guido's MK12, it's actually longer than this one as well.
Dude,
so-
my Mark 12 has got a 12-inch handguard on it. If you
Yeah.
haven't seen that,
Is it 12 inch on that one?
12-inch.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so- Yeah, showing that, and I'll put this next to it.
So I got a 12. That's 12-inch.
Mine's not quite 12.
Probably a 10-inch.
Yeah.
Is that a 10-inch?
I think it's about 10, yeah.
Yeah, that's a 10-inch.
Yeah.
Looks like a 10-inch handguard.
Yeah,
That's
it's a
12.
so maybe 10.
You can probably look at it and read the bloody numbers on it.
Yeah, I think it tells us much.
It tells you how many like rail slots there are.
Oh, okay.
So mine's got 44 rail slots.
I've got 38 then, yeah, okay.
38,
So it's
yeah.
probably an extra 5 inches. Hard to tell.
2 inches, I'd say.
2 inches?
Yeah, look. Do it the old-fashioned way.
A ruler, that would make sense.
10 inches.
Yeah, 10 inches, yeah.
10 inches. Like I said, 10 inches.
You're right.
Measuring stick. Old-fashioned measuring stick.
I don't use those. I'm digitally.
Alright, so that looks good.
Quick, just to piss you off though.
Right.
If you do it like this.
Oh, that. Hey, is that still got the hole on top? Oh wait, no,
Has it
that's
got
the
hole
same.
on top?
That's
No,
the.
yeah.
That's the same. That's the receiver we were just working on.
That's
Of course, it's got the hole on top.
Yeah.
So the Jingming, the standard Jingming one doesn't have that anymore.
Negative. So I'll just put the plastic on it for now.
All right. I was gonna whack this in to there. And like, here's a tip: if you're doing this at home, don't try to put a spring in like that. Like, just do this until your sector gear's at the point where you can push the plunger all the way back in.
I didn't know that. Cool.
And then you don't have to compress the spring as far. See, it all just goes in nice and easy. See that? Look, just with my thumb. I don't even have to. I don't have to put a lot of compression on it or anything. I will lift this out of the receiver slightly because it just makes it that much easier. And look, you can just push your thumb in here. You don't even, 9 times out of 10, you don't even need a screwdriver. You can just do it with your thumb and then just get, weird buffering thing. And then just like finish it off with the screwdriver. Alright. Now you had a barrel for this?
I didn't. I was going to have to
You
get one
didn't?
for you. Yeah.
Alright, well, I've definitely got, like, I've got heaps of barrels. Do you want an aluminium one?
That would be alright. I mean, if you've got plastic.
I got plastic out the wazoo.
I left the plastic one here last time.
Oh, yeah, well, you can have that back then.
Alright, done deal.
Because every time someone upgrades to a aluminium
Yeah,
barrel,
the plastic
I end
one.
up with a plastic one. So I got so many plastic. I got like piles of. It's like my box of standard Jingming springs.
Yeah, I was going to say, what happened to that? Is that still there?
Yeah, look.
Oh, yeah. Last time I was here, it was chocolate.
It's like my box. Like, there's a couple of upgrade ones in there. But there's a lot of.
I've noticed you've gotten rid of a few of the 12s though, because you had them all labelled up.
Yeah, generally the ones that I've got that are the stiffest are the ones which go first.
First, yeah.
So I have a lot less of the stiffer ones. But yes.
Alright, let's get all these fucking...
And again, when you're doing this, when you're just replacing the T-piece or a barrel, don't pull apart the whole gearbox because it's just going to ruin your day. Just pop those first, what is it, 3? It used to be 4, but now on the later Gen 8 boxes it's 3. Just pop those 3, slide it out, slide your new one in, and be done with it. You don't want to spend too much time like with gears and other things, triggers and stuff popping out. It's just gonna be annoying. Alright, so that's back together. We've got a barrel in it now, which helps. Mag terminals around the right way also helps. Screws back in. I think we're just about good on this one. Although we will chrono it,
Yeah.
because I just whacked that spring in it.
Is that 1.3 that one, eh? Or 1.2?
It was definitely a 1.3, but it was like a
The long one, wasn't it?
I forget what it measured on the deflection scale. I'll have to go back to watch the replay of the live feed to see what it read when I pulled it apart. Alright, So this is good to go then. That's all we needed to do on this one.
Yep, that was it.
Just put the barrel in
Barrel in, make sure
and
it's
make sure the
mag
mag's feeding correctly. All right. We are good. Oh, and you wanted the metal top rail on this, didn't you?
On this one. But
On that
I
one.
don't think you want to try and mess with it.
Right. Have you tried putting it on this one?
I haven't. Actually, no, that's where it originally came from, so it'll fit fine.
So it fits
No,
fine
no.
on the standard one,
Yeah, but not on the
but
nylon.
not on the nylon.
Did I give you the metal top rail?
You showed it to me, but then you took it away
I
because
did,
you said
so
it was
I
going to
didn't
ruin my
wanna-
night.
It would. Yeah, I remember where I put the blazing.
I got one.
Yeah, he told me that. Here it is. I mean, shit, maybe the other one will fit my main, but I don't know. Yeah, the rubber handrail.
Oh, yeah, it fits straight on.
It fits straight on, did it?
Yeah,
It's a plastic.
it's easy as. Easy as. Aluminium top rail. Yeah, I got one for my Mark 12, but I haven't put it on yet because I don't get time to work on my own
No,
guns because
no,
I'm
you
working
don't.
on everyone else's.
You're gonna please the crowds, yeah.
Yeah. It's like, I mean,
One day I'll let you play with your own, but
I don't always live stream every blaster I do either. Like if I did, I'd just be live streaming
flat out.
always. I have actually filmed some other footage. I did a review on the Mark 18, the Bing Fan
Yeah.
Mark 18, which you may have seen in my last live feed if you were watching the last live feed. I actually filmed a full video on that, which I will upload to YouTube
In due time.
one day. Yeah, maybe tomorrow.
Tomorrow?
I don't know, maybe. I don't
Yeah.
know.
Definitely not Sunday. Busy Sunday.
Yeah, not Sunday. We're going to that top secret gel blaster event that
That's top secret.
that someone spoiled in my last live feed. I'm like, dude, you just invited the internet.
That wasn't me.
No, it wasn't.
But, I mean, this time.
I think we're pretty much good on this one. Put this in the top. Oh, one thing I noticed as well, you've got these little metal
The stickers.
tabs,
Right.
these little squares here that came out of the bag. Do you know what they're about?
No. That's concerning.
Because
Came
I
out
know
of
it. I know what their function is, but I don't know why you would have them.
What did they come out of?
These things.
Oh, yeah, no. They were for the, when I received the nylon gearbox.
Yeah.
Um,
Tell me more.
I was supposed to fit those in, but it already hadn't connected. To the mag feed.
What were they for?
The mag feed, weren't they?
The mag feed.
Yeah.
To
Where the
me,
springs connect into.
the screws. To me, they look like
The two little
reinforcing.
plates, yeah.
Yeah, little reinforcing plates that you would put screws into to stop it from pulling through the plastic. I could be wrong on that, but
I just thought they were for the mag feed.
mag feed. Oh
Yeah.
no, those no.
Yeah. No?
No, I don't think so. The internet will tell me if I'm wrong. Go to Nuketown. Hey, Nuketown, can you tell me, Aaron? Is Nuketown the same place where we're going on Sunday?
Sure.
Where, like, I don't know what I can say on the internet, but because we're going somewhere on Sunday, and there's an event that goes all weekend. Is that Nuketown? Or does everyone just have like a nuke town because COD? Yeah, Jordan knows where we're going because someone got on the live stream last time and bloody put their phone with all the deets in front of the
Oh, really?
in front of the camera on purpose, of course. It's like, hey, everyone, come to this event. Newtown in Queensland. Does anyone have their? What's that?
No.
Hopefully, it's a real, genuine EOTech and it can take a beating.
Oh, mate, it looks alright. I guess. Still works. Might just need some realigning. This is why I wanted the metal ones on there, but that's okay. All in due time.
It looks pretty good. I like that it's actually got bullet drop
there as well,
incorporated in
yeah.
it because you need that for a job well done.
Absolutely.
Like, because
Good
like every meter you need bullet drop.
Hey man, that's in kilometers. Thank you very much.
You know what else? Like genuine. Press both to turn it off. Sorry.
yeah.
You know what genuine EOTechs have?
No.
They have the average running speed of a human.
Why? Oh, to
So you can
calculate
lead.
that-
So you can
Wow.
lead. Yeah, so you can
That's
lead.
sick.
That's cool. So if someone's running, you're like, oh
You
yeah.
know where they're gonna end up.
I was actually last skirmish. I was leading some brilliant shots with my Mark
We had
12.
some good times. We went like half the day. Right?
If I do say so myself. Do you have your little weight that goes in the bottom of this thing? Or
No,
you're
I
just gonna
didn't have one.
forget
for that
about
one.
it.
Yeah, don't worry about it, man.
You know what? Yeah.
No,
yeah.
Unless you go straight, yeah, I wouldn't really.
I was just gonna like I got some sinkers, some
Yeah.
lead sinkers.
Go on,
I'm just
yeah.
chuck some sinkers in. I don't know if it's gonna make all that
No
much
difference, yeah.
difference, but
Wait,
better than nothing, I guess. Whack that in there. Whack some self-amalgamating tape in there as well, so it doesn't rattle.
I'm like super glue. You got super glue here?
Yeah, I got super glue out the wires.
I might bang that hop up on.
Yeah, good idea. Yeah, about you.
That's probably a bit of advice to do when I throw your hop ups, man.
Yeah. How did it occur?
Taking the actual barrel off.
Did you bump it, or
Yeah,
did you just
yeah,
pull
was
on it,
my
or?
fault, it was my fault.
Yeah, okay. So, word to the wise: if you are doing any, if you've got 3D printed hop ups, and again, this is not a product endorsement, but if you do have 3D printed hop ups like this, and it's mounted onto an aluminium barrel like this, the way 3D printers work, obviously they go layer, 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 layer. They don't have a lot of strength here. So if you do like, bash this on something or pull on it or knock it or something, the layers tend to come apart. Probably here. I'm going to say here. That's where the weakest point is. And if that happens, yeah, you just break your hop up off the end. So, I mean, they are 3D printed. They are...
You get what you pay for, really.
They are outrageously expensive for what they are. These are like $15 to $20.
They are $20, yeah.
For something that's 3D printed, which is probably like what, 2 cents worth of filament.
Yeah.
But I guess there's some development, some R&D which goes into it. So people got to make their money. Why isn't it me? All right, we'll put this sinker in here. That should give a little bit of weight. That's about the same weight as what was in there anyway.
Okay.
Just for happy feelings. Really not fulfilling my part of the beer drinking.
I was gonna say you're a bit lagging. Man.
Yeah, it's because my hands are full of blasters all the time. I can't pick up a can.
Yeah, that doesn't make sense. Now you got a flame? I'm sure that'll work.
All right, yeah. So we're going somewhere on the weekend, but
Yeah.
It's a private property, and if you know where it is because you watched the live stream last time, hell, you could just go back to the live stream and fast forward to about like I don't know 50 minutes in or something. You'll find out where we're going. But it's on a private property, and apparently it's pretty cool. Like it's a 3-day event. In fact, I think it's on now. I think it's on right now. It goes from now till Sunday afternoon. So like
Like
it's
camping there or something?
yeah, they camp there and everything.
Alright.
It's it sounds pretty fun. But we're just going down for the Sunday because you know I've got other
Things to do.
things.
Life.
Life. I got that. Yeah, that
Life
whole,
does happen, I hear.
got that whole life thing happening. Of course, you're obligated to come, Jordan.
Yeah, what do you mean, mate? Number one sign in stream.
I would think, like, I would have thought that you would have already had your plane ticket booked
Yeah, I'm a bit disappointed actually.
from WA. You
Don't
could
forget your soak, Jordan.
You could drive. You could drive across, I guess. Just jump on a plane. You know what? I was looking at who's old mate in bloody South Australia. Who's that? What's his name? I forget. He's set up a skirmish thing in his front yard. Down in Adelaide there. Oh man, the name escapes me, but that's just because I've got a horrible memory for names. But yeah, he was having an event in Adelaide, and I was like, yeah, sick, I should go there. And I was thinking, wait, I'm gonna like pretty much got to drive because I can't catch a plane unless I like rent blasters while I'm there.
Yeah, you can't fly those.
So good luck flying with a blaster. Although people fly with actual guns,
Yeah, you need a license, etc.
they have like licenses and stuff, I guess. So that's probably. And there's like I was reading what you have to do to fly with real guns, and there's a list. There is a list of stuff you've got to do, and yeah, you got to really be super keen because there's a lot. You pretty much got to just prepare yourself to basically do the full cavity search on every single checkpoint that you go through.
Yeah.
Pretty much. That's what the bottom line was. But like just have all your paperwork and everything. Yeah. Not even going to drive one of these over the border because people are stupid. I said because beer. Is that why my memory's terrible? Because beer. Alright. Now, one of the things that I always do as well, I take a microfiber cloth. It's got to be microfiber. Hey, by the way, shout outs to all 14 of the guys who are still here.
Yeah, my man.
And girls.
girls.
I don't discriminate with like everyday sexism. But just got some sort of message in. But bit of Prepsol on a microfiber rag, and just give the blaster a quick wipe down after you've had it apart, because get all that gearbox crap grease all over your fingers, and then you're putting the blaster back together, and then you're touching your greasy chicken fingers all over the bloody thing and putting greasy finger marks all over it. Did I mention I was a bit OCD?
Nah,
Alright.
could never have picked it.
And that's why people get me to do this sort of stuff.
Correct, because you know it'll be done right.
I fully endorse all my competition I love all the other people around that also do what I do, because it just means more customers for me when I got to fix all their stuff up.
I was waiting for that.
Where is this going? Alright, I think
All right, so this is we just got a standard front hand grip on this one.
Yeah.
You want to chuck it over? I'll chuck it
Well,
on.
actually,
for
that's,
the-
I won't say it's quite standard, but
Oh,
I mean,
well,
it is.
it's not standard, but it's like attaching in the standard manner.
Alright, and she's done.
All right, back in there, and where is Le Buffer Tube? The grill.
It's that real shit one.
It's that real shit.
It's that real shit buffer
It's
tube.
that real shit one. It is a 3D
It's
printed
not
buffer
3D
tube.
printed job.
Have you seen these? It's a 3D printed buffer tube.
And it's
Huh?
in the first 10 minutes.
I don't like, and again, like, oh, I've just outed SAR&D. It's actually, I think it's SAR&D because the dude's initials, the dude's initials are SA and R&D for research and development. I get it, dude. I love your shit, SAR&D. Big shout out. I'm sorry that this buffer tube has broken
You can blame Scott for that. That's my
and that
fault.
we
We
might have advertised it as being a poor buffer tube. Sorry, no
I
beef.
can't say he does
No
love your
beef.
stuff.
I love your stuff and I love what you're doing. It's good stuff. I also love your up and coming what are you doing? Like crazy grips and stuff, grips and things and stuff.
You know, figure out how that goes on.
Figure out how that goes on. Yeah, I know how that goes
Oh,
on
do you? That's lovely.
because I have one.
Oh.
I had one this afternoon. I may have possibly sold it, but then again, I may still have it. Yeah, I don't know at this stage. All right, we are done. We are done here. What do you reckon? Oh, should we chrono it?
Yeah.
Let's chrono it. Doesn't have a battery in it at the moment.
Oh,
but I
I've
can
got one
put
here.
one in.
I'm
I
gonna-
can just bang this one in.
You got one?
Yeah, yeah. Just do this, just for the purposes of chronoing. It doesn't really matter. Just whack this one in.
Oh.
I bet you SAR&D specifically built this buffer tube to hold bigger batteries or something.
That's actually what they said.
Because he's all about that. He's all about that. I love his work. Like I love what he does. There's no. Yeah.
Yeah.
There's no beef. I love your stuff. All right, 16 viewers. Let's get on over here. Let's chrono this thing. Are you really chronoing it if not from the wing of a race car?
So all that's there is no. All right.
All right.
I'll get that one over
I
as
guess
well.
we'll put a few rounds into the late target.
Is that the new spring? That's
Yeah.
crazy.
All right. So, and like, how's your silencer tube attached?
There's just a bit of tape holding her on there. You can
Yeah.
take that off if you want.
Because that's
Just pull it
because
straight
that's
off.
gonna
Just pull it straight off.
that's probably gonna it's probably gonna affect. I'm just gonna leave it on there,
Alright.
but know that it will probably affect the output somewhat.
Alright.
Oh yeah, 254,
Oh,
264. 266, 240, 260,
That's not bad
260,
at all.
not bad.
Yeah.
How's the accuracy?
I need one of those.
Well,
Targets, absolutely.
the grouping's not too bad. I mean, we're only like what 3 meters away,
Yeah.
so it's like no, no big. But yeah, if the people at home didn't see that 260, not too shabby from the old
Jing Mingo, my standard.
yeah.
Couple
That
of
one.
attachments.
All right, Corolla. It's not a Corolla, bro. Although I wish it was. Sometimes.
Ah.
Sometimes. I had a 4A. I had a 4A Corolla once with a 20 valve. We're not here to talk cars though. Are we? Do you want it? Do you want it?
Can. It is your workshop, mate. I'm pretty sure I'm sure about it.
Oh, what's going on? Yeah, they're real. All right. There you go. That's all I'm going to say about that. All right.
Alright, I'm gonna put these.
I think that's done.
This is
Oh, yeah.
this
Oh,
is
there you
just
go.
my own e-ping. There you go, kids. That's
you
what
go.
he worked on for me this evening.
All right. Cheers, guys.
Thanks, guys. Thank you.
See you next
Like we
time.
have,
Thanks
as
for
always.
tuning in. Peace out. How do I stop this live stream?
That's a good question.
Wish I knew. God asks 'cause he needs it. I have put 130 horsepower shot into a Corolla before. It was pretty fun. All right, no, anyway, we out of here. End live speed.
See you guys.
I wish I knew how to do this better. There it is, Big X.